This is David Corin. I'm the founder of RVA Wealth Management and been in the industry about 40 years. I've been teaching financial education classes for the last 10, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about the value of a second opinion and how important getting one can be. And I like to use the example of my mom, who unfortunately passed away from ovarian cancer. But she battled that cancer for over 10 years. When she was originally diagnosed, she was given very little chance of survival past a few months. In fact, she was only given about 3 months because she had stage 4 cancer. But she went out, she got a second opinion. She did a lot of personal research. She found some alternative treatments, and pretty soon the doctors were calling her a miracle because she lived for 10 years with that cancer when they had only given her 3 months to live. I think anyone, if they have a serious diagnosis of this type, is going to go out and get a second opinion, maybe even a third. Why? Well, because there are differences in doctors. There are differences in approaches to dealing with cancer. Everyone's human. They bring a personal bias to any situation. So understanding where they're coming from and where they're going to take your treatment is very, very important. So getting second opinions in this setting is critical. If you're faced with any challenging decision, you should gather as much information as possible, so get educated. You should get a second opinion, maybe a third. It could be something as simple as buying a new car. I mean, if it's an important, big decision, you shop around, you get different information, you do your research. And when it comes to trusting someone with your life, obviously that's even more important. So getting a second opinion is always important. And when it comes to working with a financial advisor, it's important to choose very carefully. You need to interview several advisors, ask lots of questions to make sure that you understand their service model, the frequency of their meetings, their investment strategy, how they earn their income, and whether they're fiduciaries or not. The advisor will be working for you. Keep that in mind. The advisor works for you. When I deal with my clients, I'm working for my clients. And it may be the most important hire of your life because hopefully you're going to be working with that advisor for many, many years, 20 or 30 years. And you also then want to make sure that there's a continuance within that setting. So in my case, I have 2 CFPs that work with me, Mike Smith and Caleb Vaughn. And they support me, and they're there for me in the future. Caleb's only about 30, Mike's 50, so there's a nice long transition to where we are able to take care of clients into the future, and that's important too. What is the continuance there at a firm? Because again, you're going to be wanting to work with this firm and feel comfortable with them for many, many, many years. And we do a very deep dive into our client's situation to make sure nothing new has occurred to upset their plans. Take, for instance, the impact of this new COVID-19 recession that we're seeing right now. It is a big impact to a plan. It's the biggest reduction in GDP since the Great Depression. It's having an impact on my client's plan. So we ask, are you still on target? What if COVID-19 or a pandemic of this nature happens again next year, or some similar calamity, say a war breaks out between China and the United States? Could you handle something like that? Is your plan secure in that setting? We ask these types of hard questions to make sure that the plan is still sound. We do this at least semi-annually with each financial planning client, and sometimes more frequently, depending on what that client is experiencing in their lives and what's happening in the overall environment and the economy. Our clients' financial plans drive our investment decisions, not the other way around. And we empower our clients by educating them on what they have and what we're doing and why we're doing it. Regular meetings, quarterly webinars are critical to our service model. We also offer many educational opportunities on different topics, some of them just for fun, but we are always trying to keep our clients educated and up to speed on what's going on in the economy. We offer an initial free trial consultation to anyone who's interested in checking out a financial advisor. And since you're trusting a financial planning firm to give you peace of mind throughout your retirement years, making sure you make the best decision for yourself up front is critical. So are you ready? And make sure that you've checked this out and have done your research when making this critical decision.